going through, and then all of a sudden you see a picture of him. It's like, what is this guy attached to? And it's like, oh, just top the hottest people on Tinder.
He's just a hot man on Tinder. Maybe it's the photo. He's a journalist. He works with professional photographers. In person, he's just like you or me, Matthew. Don't worry about it.
I don't know, that picture. The picture was pretty good. That camping trip, that ended horribly, I think, too.
That's right. Well, eventually we all kind of quit and passed out in a tent. And we woke up to another one of our friends just screaming bloody murder because he woke up and was just so cold that he just saw and pretty hungover.
I think he slept by the fire and the fire died because some people did sleep by the fire.
Oh, really?
To stay warm.
Yeah.
And
I thought bundling up was a better idea than staying outdoors by the fire.
Yeah, I think at like maybe 5 a.m,
Yeah.
just the fire was dead and people's blood was getting real slow.
So yeah, he woke up and just started screaming, and that was upsetting to everyone else who was sleeping in sleeping bags in a tent that was like kind of warm, because we woke up to screaming after like probably 3 hours sleep after a night of drinking, and we packed up real fast.
Probably the fastest pack up I've ever done. We just didn't even take anything down. We rolled everything up. I'm sure we broke some tent poles and just shoved it in the trunk.
And got the heck out of there and went for breakfast.
Yeah, we vowed to never do it again.
And chuckle a whole bunch. We had coffees to warm up and like laugh about how stupid this camping trip was.
Yeah, actually.
Is it a camping trip when you camp for like under 12 hours?
Yeah, because what does camping mean?
You just right near 6 hours. Probably right around 6 hour camping trip.
Camping is just sitting down, right? It's just camping out.
It's
like where you stop doing something and you literally just hang out in one spot. Did somebody question whether or not this was camping, or are you questioning this?
No, I was talking to. I mentioned this camping trip to someone recently because of pistachios, Dutch candies.
Yes,
and they questioned whether or not it was actually a camping trip if you're only there for a few hours.
Is this the same kind of person who would? Is this more of like a "that's not a knife, this is a knife" kind of situation where they're both knives, but he feels like one knife is superior?
No, I feel like they asked it, and I thought it legitimately. Like, Matthew, you're a camper. I don't know if you would classify this as a camping trip, but apparently you do.
Oh, yeah. Pillowcase full of candy. You got a couple tents in there. You build a fire. That's camping.
A few nuts, you're good.
Yeah, Dutch candies.
Yeah.
It almost was full-fledged camping, I think, because at the height of our...
We were roughing it.
Yeah. Our first plan was to go canoe camping.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had found a canoe in the trash.
I totally forgot about the canoe camping.
Yeah.
Wait, you found a trash canoe?
Yeah.
That's right. There's this island that we were going to canoe to, and we were going to have to do a couple canoe trips.
Yeah, because
it was going to be like that
that old math riddle.
Yeah, that riddle where it's like you've got like a fox and a chicken and a bag of seed, and like what order can you bring them over in? Because you knew if you left me and the Dutchie together, we'd be fighting or something, and so you had to figure out what order to bring everything across.
Yeah.
And you bring the Dutch and the Dutch candy. The Dutch candy's not going to make it. It's very complicated.
You gotta bring the Dutchman with you, but then also bring him back again.
That's right. That's right.
You make him go for 2 rounds. Always keep him in your sight.
Okay, so you found a trash canoe?
Yeah, and it worked. It would float, I think, because I filled it with water and the water didn't leak. So I'd have to imagine it would work the other way around.
The other way around. Interesting way to test a canoe. I never thought of that.
Yeah, well, it probably didn't come up very often. You didn't have to test
Fill
one
a
in
boat
a pinch
with water. Yeah.
So
why didn't we end up going canoe camping? Was it just cold and we were like, if we fall in the water?
We were trying to be, it was midnight and real cold, and I had never been on that lake and never been to that island.
Okay.
Don't know the current. But I think what really stopped us was we were trying to get a hold of some life jackets.
That's reasonable.
We were trying to be responsible.
Yeah.
Except for the camping at pitch black and no safeguards in place. We wanted to make sure that if the canoe tipped over, because there were bunch of unexperienced canoers.
Really, there were like in the group of 6 or 7, there were like 2 experienced canoers,
And
maybe 2 others who had canoed, maybe.
but not at night.
But not at night.
And not with all their gear.
And not since they were like 10 years old at camp.
Oh, yeah, that was a terrible idea. We would have drowned.
Probably. Well, I can swim, but it would have been so cold that I probably would have died.
If it would have been pitch black, we would have lost all of our stuff.
All of our stuff. What do we have? We had 2 tents, a bag of candy, and some...
All the Dutch candies. Actually, they'd float,
yeah.
I think.
The Dutch candies?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably would, but they're not buoyant enough to like keep a man afloat.
No, I wasn't.
Wash up to shore on a sack of nuts.
I wasn't suggesting that. Only one person could survive in that sack.
What does that mean?
I meant on that sack. It's like the door from Titanic. Only one person can survive.
Oh, okay.
You'd be biting people's wrists trying to get them off.
I was just thinking you were like only one person can survive. I assumed it was the Dutch person. I don't know. Because at least they have wooden shoes, right? Those would probably be buoyant enough to be like a little boats.
He was just a little marionette, wasn't he?
Just a little Dutch boy. I'm pretty sure we found him with his finger in a dike.
Oh, I think I may have seen pictures of that too on one of those websites.
On Tinder.
Yeah. Man, you know, there was a man who did something. I read in some article recently. Some guy swam across the Hoover Dam. You remember the Hoover Dam?
Yeah, the Hoover Dam. Yeah,
from Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I know it from. Not from the Hoover Dam.
All right. Like the vacuum cleaner and the president.
Yeah. President Dirt Devil.
Exactly. Yeah, some guy apparently he swam across it recently and he didn't die.
So hold on. The Hoover Dam is... Are we talking about like the body of water that the Hoover Dam is holding back? That's what the guy swam across? Or like he swam down one of the spouts? Isn't it that movie, that Harrison Ford movie where he jumps down the Hoover Dam?
Oh, there is something where he's like at gunpoint.
The one-armed man? What's the name of that movie?
I don't know. I don't remember from The Simpsons, and it was Milhouse.
Yeah. Shoot, doesn't matter, I guess. The Fugitive.
Okay. Never saw it.
Is that dam? Is it not that dam?
It's got to be that dam. There's no bigger dam to film a movie on.
I suppose so. All right. I was trying to figure out the name of that movie. I was stalling a little bit because I was looking up this article, Matthew.
Oh, okay.
From the Independent. Drunk Welshman survives swim across Hoover Dam. Gets $330 fine.
That's not bad for being I think he was the only survivor. The only person who ever survived swimming that dam.
Okay. So a man from North Wales has been fined $330, and then it tells you in pounds. Well, who cares? By American police after he swam across the Hoover Dam on a stag do.
What's a stag do?
I guess that's like a bachelor party? A stag do. Very British.
Okay.
Apparently making himself the first person to make it across the reservoir alive. Aaron Hughes, a 28-year-old forklift driver, who's just a forklift driver? Usually like, I'm a warehouse manager or something and I drive a forklift. Are you just driving a forklift for 40 years? Oh, okay. Maybe not the manager.
The manager's not driving forklifts.
Maybe if it's a small warehouse. I don't know.
No, you get that's a career. You get a license for that. You do it for a big company. You're the head driver.
You think you're just forklift driver for 40 hours a week?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sometimes more. You're making a lot of money doing forklift driving.
I could get a forklift driving.
I mean, I'm not talking about like you're a forklift driver at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Like you're not just lifting a pallet of wood and then...
How much needs to be moved around?
There's a lot of things to move in this world.
I suppose. The shipping industry.
Did they say that the only person to make it across the Hoover Dam alive?
Yeah.
So it's about
the first person.
So all these other people made it across, but they were just dead.
They washed up on the other side dead.
But I feel like you'd be pulled.
Well, it's weird because this newspaper says apparently making himself the first person. It's like
they didn't even do the research.
They called him and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the first person." Apparently, he's the first person. They didn't check it out.
They're independent.
So Aaron Hughes, 28-year-old forklift driver, had reportedly been partying for 37 hours in Nevada when he decided to jump into the water and swim across it. Here's a quote. It was around 40 degrees outside, and we were on a stag do.
You have to do this in an accent. If he's a Welshman.
Oof. Okay, I'm gonna try. I don't really.
Picture you've been partying for 37 hours. You're in
drunk.
Nevada.
Okay, well this is. I think this is like a day after quote, but for all the ones that take place in the night, I'll try and be drunk. Okay, I'm gonna try and do a British accent. It was around 40 degrees outside, and we were on a stag do in Vegas.
He's so classy.
You go to Vegas to have fun, don't you? We made The Hangover look tame.
Oh, it doesn't even seem like someone who would watch The Hangover.
I don't know. Very successful film franchise. Mm-hmm. We were all standing there, and I thought, F*** it, I'm going for a swim. Mr. Hughes said his friends cheered him on as he swam across the Colorado River, which borders the states of Nevada and Arizona.
His friends cheered him on?
Just a half a dozen other Welshmen. Oh, good idea. Swim across that river.
What do you want written on your tombstone, Hughesy?
Went for a dip. He said the swim took around 30 minutes, but admitted he felt knackered halfway across. Have you ever felt knackered, Matthew?
I'd imagine if I tried to swim that distance, I'd feel quite knackered.
I'd be bloody knackered.
I think I would just given up.
But he knew he had to make it to the other side, as he could feel the water pulling him towards the dam.
Oh, God.
I was sucked towards the wall and had to swim hard. At the other side, I was exhausted. Then I heard police shout. He was handcuffed and arrested by Nevada police after making it across the water in front of the 726-foot structure, fined $330 for jumping, diving, swimming from dams, spillways, or other structures. Just don't mess with that dam. The forklift driver is only thought to have survived as 9 of the dam's 10 turbines were switched off.
Oh, there you go.
Well, this isn't much of a story, is it?
It wasn't just the power of alcohol.
Yeah, but that's what it seemed. He was just fueled by probably like cocaine from Vegas and, some hookers and liquor. And
Definitely
he was just
cocaine.
He was just going to power across. But no, I mean, the dam was basically switched off. It was 90% off.
Yeah, and he still struggled.
And he's the only person to have ever made it across. Of course, it was 90% off.
Yeah.
Apparently the first person to ever make it across. One officer said, "In my whole lifetime, I've never seen or heard of anyone doing it." Mr. Hughes told the Mail Online. This is still his story.
Mr. Hughes saying, this is what the
one
cop
officer
said.
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, this one cop said it was the first time he ever saw it.
Yeah.
While admitting his decision to go for a swim had been fueled by drink. Some 275 people have reportedly died at the site in the last 10 years. That's pretty significant.
Yeah. I don't like those odds.
And this article ends with one last thought from Aaron Hughes. "I don't have any regrets," Mr. Hughes told the BBC. "I have a tattoo saying no regrets. That's the type of person I am."
Person he is.
The type of person he is. No regrets.
He
sounds like a maniac.
He's
Partying for 37 hours, then goes for like a 30-minute swim.
Wow. Yeah, but one where he nearly died.
And gets arrested at the end of it.
But fine, so meekly. That's such a
very affordable fine.
Very it feels like
he probably already had an expensive weekend in Vegas, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I get it."
He's probably not in the best shape when he gets out. Like his legs are probably like rubber. He's got I don't know what he's got on him. I don't know if he went swimming naked, but he probably just he had nothing left.
I don't know. These iPhones now, they're pretty waterproof.
Maybe.
We could go fully clothed. Have you ever gone swimming fully clothed, Matthew? Jump in a lake to save a person?
No.
Seems like it'd be so hard to swim with shoes on.
It is. I have jumped into water, never to save somebody. I wouldn't. Okay. You just need to save 2 people at that point if one person is already in. I've been
2 people because you're the other person.
Yeah. At that point, there've been times at camp where someone has gone missing and everyone goes diving into the water to look for them.
Okay.
Because who knows where they are, and I don't do it.
You look around, you look up.
And
there they are in a tree.
I got the high ground.
Yeah.
No, but it's like everybody's in the water, and it's like you gotta get in the water. It's like no, I don't know how to dive. I don't know how to put my head underwater. I'll be useless.
That's right. I forgot how bad of a swimmer you are, Matthew.
Uh-huh.
Now, You said you never jumped in a lake or anything with shoes on. Have you? You made it sound like you've jumped in some other body of water with shoes on.
Well, no, I said I've never jumped in a lake to save anybody.
Oh, okay.
I've jumped in a lake, I'm sure.